All right, thank you all for being here for the official weigh-in for UFC 297, Strickland versus Plessis, and we begin with the man around whom this fight card was built, the undisputed UFC middleweight champion, Sean Strickland. 184 3/4, the official weight for the champ, Sean Strickland. All right, next fighter to the scale, taking part in her first UFC title fight in the co-main event for the vacant UFC Women's Bantamweight Championship, the number 3 ranked contender, Mayra Bueno Silva.
$135.
135, the official weight for Mayra Bueno Silva. All right, next fighter to the scale, getting her second crack at UFC Gold, the number 2 ranked bantamweight contender, Raquel Pennington.
That's my style. There you go. Yeah.
134.8.
134.8, the official weight for Raquel Pennington. With that, the UFC Women's Bantamweight title fight is now official. All right, next athlete to the scale, one of the best featherweights in the world, charged with kicking off the pay-per-view main card, number 4 in the world, Arnold Almighty Allen.
$145 and a half.
145 and a half, the official weight for Arnold Allen. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in the men's flyweight division, Jimmy Flick.
$126.
126 for Jimmy Flick. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in a prelim, live on ESPN in the women's strawweight division, Poliana Viana.
$115 and 3/4.
115 and 3/4, the official weight for Poliana Viana. All right, next fighter to the scale, the other gentleman around whom this entire fight card was built, the number 2 ranked middleweight contender, Challenging for the undisputed title here Saturday night, Dricus still knocks Plessis.
184.
184 pounds, the official weight for Dricus Plessis. And with that, the UFC 297 championship main event is now official. All right, next fighter to hit the scale this morning, competing in the featured prelim in the men's bantamweight division, former two-time Ultimate Fighter winner, Raquel.
136.
136, the official weight for Winnipeg's finest, Raquel. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in the UFC's welterweight division, we welcome Sam Patterson.
Line 69 and a half.
Let's go, Sam!
69 and a half, the official weight for Sam Patterson. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing live on ESPN Plus pay-per-view, the number 14 ranked middleweight contender in the world, the Action Man, Curtis.
$185 and a quarter.
185 and a quarter, the official weight for Curtis. All right, next fighter to the scale, also competing live on pay-per-view in a featured bout in the welterweight division, the man many fans have come to see, proper Mike Mayra.
$170 and a half.
170 and a half, the official weight for Burlington's own Mike Mayra. All right, next fighter to the stage, repping Niagara, Ontario, Canada, competing in the women's bantamweight division, Jasmine Jazz Divisions.
$133.
133 for Jasmine Jazz Divisions. And now to the stage, her opponent in that women's bantamweight prelim, zombie girl Priscilla Cachoeira.
Can't make weight. You're walking fast, so we can't make weight. 10 pounds. When's the last time you did? A little while ago, but 10 pounds is pretty ridiculous, isn't it? Don't understand what's going on. I signed a contract at 125. Yeah, I guess that's professional. Easy to sign a contract.
133.5.
133.5, the official weight for Priscilla Cachueta. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing live on pay-per-view in the middleweight division, Quebec's own Power Bar, Marc-Andre Barriault.
Four and a half.
184.5, the official weight for Marc-Andre Barriault. All right, next fighter to the scale, oncoming force in the featherweight division, Charles Air Jourdain.
One 45 and a half.
145.5, the official weight for Charles Jourdain. All right, next athlete to the stage, making his UFC debut in the bantamweight division, Surrey City.
One 35.
135, the official weight for Surrey City. All right, next athlete to the stage, competing in the women's strawweight division, the most decorated submission artist across all the UFC women's divisions, Jillian the Savage Robertson.
Quarters.
115 3/4, the official weight for Jillian Robertson.
One 39 3/4.
Oh my God. Come on, man.
139 3/4, 3 3/4 pounds over the bantamweight limit.
The sexiest man from Missouri.
I think I got Michael Chandler's gi.
That's right.
135 1/4.
135 3/4, the official weight for Garrett Armfield.
One 70 3/4.
170 3/4, the official weight for John Ladies.
Let's
145 3/4.
Official weight 145 3/4 for Mobsar Yavoya. With more welterweight wins than anybody in UFC history, 13th ranked contender Neil Magny.
All right.
$170 3/4.
170 3/4, the official weight for the veteran Neil Magny.
$145 1/2.
145 1/2, the official weight for Sean Woodson.
$127 1/2.
127 1/2 for Malcolm Gordon. A pound and a half over the flyweight